I want to show you guys some clips from these police interviews in the Dee Dee Blanchard case. There were 3 separate female inmates that were locked up in Greene County with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Some of them were pretty much just fed up with being around her. Amanda Flores even mentions that she felt bad for Gypsy, and then at some point other inmates told her, like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you falling for this?
Did she ever talk to you about what had happened that night?
Well, she asked me if I wouldn't say anything about it. But...
Sure. Yeah, but here's my thing. There's a difference between right and wrong. We all do stuff to make mistakes. We all mess up. None of us are perfect. Yeah, she's asked you not to say anything, but at the same time, it's a pretty bad deal. Just nobody deserves that. Especially that way. I mean, the way she went, nobody deserves that.
Well, it's kind of fun. I mean, because he killed her mom. What the heck?
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This in here are just notes from her.
Okay.
Some tell a little bit about, things that may help, some don't. But what it does do is it shows her mindset.
Okay.
What was told to me, this was probably about...
How did you get those notes? Let me ask you that.
She gave them to me.
She gave them to you?
Yeah, these are directly written to me.
Oh, from her?
From her.
Okay. You guys in any type of relationship? And if you are, I'm not worried about that at all. I'm just trying to establish why she would give those to you.
Well, I mean, some are just because, when you're in jail, you kind of develop a bond.
Right, and that's what I'm talking about. Was it just a friend bond?
Right,
was it a
yes.
relationship type bond?
She tried to start to kind of try to make it something more than that, but like...
You want a relationship type
right.
issue. And you're not in trouble for it. That's the least of my concern.
Right.
I'm just...
She tried to make it something more than that towards the end, but other than that, no.
Okay. That, when she's talking about multiple personality disorder, she said Nick has that.
Yes.
And she claims that she has that.
But she doesn't. It's just made up to make him feel better.
Now you said something about Candy and something else.
Candy, Kitty, and Rudy. It's in here.
And what did she tell you about them?
Candy is her, Candy is her, badass side, or that's Rudy.
Okay.
Or something.
So she's telling you all this about supposedly her personality, so the personality.
Right,
okay.
but they're not real. And then they're also talking about how they were writing up on the vents and stuff.
On what vents?
T5. They wrote on the pillars and stuff.
Oh,
Her
okay.
and him wrote back and forth.
Okay, so how are they doing that? Just with ink?
Just she would sneak a pen up and then write on there. She's in seg right now for it.
Okay.
I don't know how to do this, I'm saying? I'm not a fucking snitch. But, at the same time, like you said, one is worse than the other. And, it's like, I've sat there and listened to her talk about, I know all about the investigation. I know all about the snowball rolling down the hill. I know all about, what I'm
so
saying?
she told you about that, huh?
Yes.
Interesting.
She's like, fucking metaphors. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like,
so she's a little smarter than what she acts.
Ooh.
Yeah. I knew she was.
She's fucking very smart.
Yeah.
You hear that? Ooh, she's fucking very smart. Exactly what Amanda Flores says. And she brings up the snowball that was mentioned in the interrogation. Here's the clip from that.
I go to church, and I take communion, and I release all of that.
Okay. And that's fine. And I'm proud of you for that, okay? Now, look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Mm-hmm.
I've got kids. I've been doing this for a long time.
I know, sir.
And I want you to understand something. Don't dig yourself that hole. Don't go down that path, okay? Because listen to me for a second. You go down that path, and what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen if you go down that path? It's not a path to go down.
If anything, I don't tell lies.
Okay, then don't sit here and lie to me, because if you do, what's going to happen is it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. You're not going to remember the ones that you've told other people, okay? Other people that I've probably already talked to. You understand that?
I understand.
Okay. Why?
Would you like me to start from the beginning?
I only want you to start from the beginning, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. And I'm glad you're making that progress, okay? I'm proud of you for that. But the first thing that we need to get out of the way right now is why. That's the biggest thing. Do you have, you know, you've got friends that love you
Of course
and
I
care
know.
for you.
I know, and they
You
don't-
and your mom
Yes.
have
of
friends
course.
that care for you.
I
And
know.
they're, you know what? They're down there, down the bottom of this hill with that snowball, and they're asking all these questions. They're asking why.
I know. I know.
Now, help me give them an answer as to why. Okay? You have to give me an answer as to why, because they are so concerned about you.
I know. I have a lot of friends in Missouri. I know that.
Okay.
And I would never hurt my mom.
Okay, sweetheart,
never
let,
would.
do you really want to dig yourself? You're digging yourself deeper. Okay?
No, seriously, I would never hurt her.
Listen to me, okay? I don't play around with that, okay? I'm not gonna play around with this, okay?
Sir, I didn't do
Listen to
anything.
me. Listen to me. Don't let that snowball get bigger, because that's what you're doing right now, okay? You have a chance. You have the opportunity right here and right now. Because once I walk out that door and that opportunity's gone, guess what? It's gone.
I know.
It's just like when that paper's taken away, when you're writing that pencil, you don't have a chance to erase that mistake, okay? You need to, in your family, in your friends, you don't have very many family members, but you've got a lot of friends. And we've talked to them all, okay? And every one of them want to know why. That's all they want to know. They still love you. They still care about you. Listen to me for just a second, okay? All they want to know is why. And I have to give that to them because they can't sleep at night. Because they want to know why. That's all they want to know. Okay? That's all they're looking at.
Sir, I have a million questions right now.
Okay?
Myself.
And you know what? And I'm proud of you for wanting to ask those million questions. And you know what? We can answer those, okay?
Okay.
But we got to get down to the bottom of why.
Okay.
Okay? The why. And your friends are very, very concerned about you. They all love you. But guess what?
Sure.
Those friends are standing at the bottom of that hill.
I understand.
And that snowball
I
is
understand.
getting ready to crush them because they
I
want
think
to
I
know
get
why.
things very, very clearly.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Detective Hancock, that snowball did crush them. And it continues to crush people in the present time because Gypsy still has this cycle of lying. I would even say the prosecuting attorney had a hand in that snowball crushing them. So tonight at 10 Central, my live is not going to be on the Murdaugh case. Tomorrow night will be, but tonight I want to do Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I want to rewatch all the interviews with the inmates that were locked up with Gypsy and Nick. So come hang out.